Every year, Darwin College hosts a series of exciting and innovative lectures called the Darwin Lectures, open to all and very, very popular indeed. I'm here with Dr. Layla Skins and Dr. Michael Scott to find out more about these lecture series. Layla, Michael, welcome. Can you tell me what's the purpose of the Darwin Lectures held every year here at Darwin College?
The Darwin Lectures have been running for the last 25 years, and the idea behind the lecture series is to invite very eminent speakers, whether that's from within academia, within government, politicians, people embedded within the media, and ask them to respond to a particular theme each year. And this year we've chosen the very exciting theme of risk, which I think has really caught people's imagination because of the very uncertain economic times that we're living in at the moment.
This series is about risk. However, you've had different themes every year. What sort of themes do you normally cover?
It is the 25th anniversary, and other themes have included things like survival, conflict, the changing environment, the fragile environment, sound, memory, and we've even had speakers like Sherry Booth, Tony Benn, Desmond Tutu, Stephen Hawking, people who are at the front of their fields, but who are also committed and engaged public speakers who can make their subjects come alive for a wide audience. These lectures are, after all, intended for the public.
The current series of risk has only just started. What precisely are you looking at in the next few weeks?
This year we've invited a number of speakers to talk about and respond to risk from a variety of different backgrounds and subject areas. So we started off last week with Professor David Spiegelhalter. He was talking about quantifying our uncertainty from the point of view of statistics and mathematics. This week we're very excited to have Dr. Ben Goldacre. He's talking about risk science and the media. Next week we are delighted to have Professor Chris Hood. He's going to be talking about risk and government. And the following week we have the very eminent Professor Mary Beard from here in Cambridge talking about risk and history and how it's been conceived of in the past. I think Michael's going to say some more about the other
We
speakers.
take on, sort of going from ancient societies back to modern, we then move to terrorism and understanding the risks associated with terrorism in our community, a very 21st century perspective with Lucia Zedner over from Oxford. And then we move to the bigger perspective, how risk affects us not just on a societal but a global level, and think about how we conceive of risks, things we can do nothing about like asteroid collisions. And Mark Bailey will be coming to talk to us from the Amara Observatory. And for the final week, we finish with something which is perhaps something we can do something about, perhaps we can't, climate change, the big issue. And Bob Watson will be coming to talk to us, who's both at the UEA and DEFRA.
Okay, a very comprehensive covering of risk from, as you say, ancient to modern there. And finally, who comes to these lectures and who is allowed to come? Who is entitled to come to these lectures?
These lectures are public lectures. They take place at 5:30 every Friday during Michaelmas term in the Lady Mitchell Hall. And this year we're really trying to take the lectures as far as possible to as wide an audience as possible. And so for the first year ever, we're going to be making the lectures available as both podcasts and videos for the public to download from the Darwin College website. So if you miss any of the lectures, then you have an opportunity to go and see them or listen to them again.
Great. And again, it's very 21st century, so we've also moved on to Facebook. The Darwin Lecture Series is on Facebook, you can follow, and Twitter as well as a Twitter feed. And what we've also tried to do for the first time is bring children, students and adults from around Cambridge and get them involved in how they see risk and what they see risk as. So we've been working with Kettle's Yard, the British Film Institute, the Cambridge Film Consortium, Long Road Sixth Form College to create pictures, poems and short videos responding to risk, which will be shown before each lecture and also available online.
It sounds all fascinating. I'm sure many people watching CUTV will want to come along. Layla, Michael, thank you very much.